I still remember the smell of that courthouse hallway, stale coffee mixed with fear. It was October 14th, and Mark and I were sitting on opposite sides of a long wooden bench outside the judge's chambers. The lawyer had just slid the final divorce papers across the table. All we had to do was walk in the next morning, sign in front of the clerk, and 12 years would be over. Done. I had my pen in my purse. I had practiced my signature so it wouldn't shake. I even wore waterproof mascara because I knew I would cry the second it was final. Let me take you back so you understand how we got there. When we got married, we were those annoying couples everyone secretly hates. We finished each other's sentences, slow danced in the kitchen to old country songs, texted each other memes from across the room. Our wedding day was perfect, sunny, 200 of our favorite people, and when the pastor said, "You may kiss the bride," Mark kissed me like he had been waiting his whole life for permission. We had our first baby 9 months later, almost to the day, and our second 2 years after that. Life was loud, messy, beautiful. Then life got louder and a lot less beautiful. Money got tight. I went back to work full-time when the girls were little. Mark started traveling for his job. We passed like ships in the night. I was exhausted from diapers and deadlines. He was exhausted from hotels and sales quotas. We stopped talking and started snapping. Little things became big things. He hated the way I loaded the dishwasher. I hated the way he left his shoes in the middle of the floor. We fought about the thermostat, about whose turn it was to take out the trash, about why he never planned date nights anymore. Intimacy? Gone. We were roommates who happened to share a bed and a mortgage. One Thursday night in March, everything exploded. The girls were at my mom's. I was folding laundry on the bed when his phone lit up on the nightstand. I wasn't trying to snoop, I swear. I was just going to hand it to him, but I saw the preview of a text. "Miss you already." Last night was amazing. My blood turned to ice. I opened it. Hundreds of messages, photos, plans to meet up again. Her name was Courtney. She worked in the same company, different department. They had been hanging out for 7 months. When he walked in the bedroom, I threw the phone at him so hard it left a dent in the wall. I screamed things I didn't even know were inside me. He didn't fight back. He just sat on the edge of the bed with his head in his hands and said, "I don't know how to fix us, and I'm tired of pretending." 2 weeks later, he packed 2 suitcases and moved into a 1-bedroom apartment across town, just like that. He kissed the girls goodbye, told them Daddy had to work a lot, and left me standing in the driveway holding back tears until his taillights disappeared. The next 6 months were the darkest of my life. I lost almost 20 pounds. My hair started falling out in clumps in the shower. I'd drop the kids at school, come home, and lie on the bathroom floor because the bed still smelled like him and it hurt too much. I'd scroll through old photos at 2 a.m. and sob until I gagged. Friends brought casseroles and told me I was better off. My mom kept saying, "You're still young, you'll find someone who deserves you." I smiled and nodded while dying inside. I didn't want someone else. I wanted the man I promised forever to. We started the legal stuff. Lawyers, mediation, asset lists. Who got the Christmas ornaments we bought on our first Merry Christmas together? Who got the dog? We fought over custody percentages like our children were pie slices. Every email from the attorney felt like a fresh knife wound. By September, everything was ready. The judge had a slot on October 15th. All that was left was the signatures. The night before the court date, I couldn't sleep. The girls were with Mark for his midweek dinner visit. The house was too quiet. I walked into my bedroom and sat on the floor of the closet surrounded by his old sweatshirts I still hadn't thrown out. I opened my Bible because I didn't know what else to do. It fell open to Ezekiel 36-26. "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh." I lost it. Ugly, loud, shaking sobs. I didn't pray pretty words. I yelled at God. "You hate divorce. You said it yourself in Malachi. This is my husband, my family, my covenant. If you're who you say you are, then move. Do something. I'm not signing those papers tomorrow if you tell me not to." I cried and prayed and declared every promise I could think of until the sun started coming up. At 6:30 a.m., I dragged myself to the kitchen, made coffee, and felt this tiny whisper in my spirit. "Don't go. Trust me. That's all." No lightning bolt, no angel choir, just a quiet knowing. I texted my lawyer. I'm not coming today. I need more time. She called me immediately and tried to talk sense into me. I hung up and turned my phone off. At 8:12 a.m., there was a knock on the door. I thought it was the neighbor. I opened it still in my pajamas, hair a mess, eyes swollen. And there stood Mark holding 2 coffees and looking like he hadn't slept either. He didn't say hi. He just said, voice cracking, "Can I come in, please?" I stepped aside. He walked straight to the living room, set the coffees down, and started crying, hard. Not little tears, big shaking, can't talk sobs. He dropped to his knees right there on the rug we picked out together at Home Goods and said, "I can't do it. I can't sign." I woke up at 4 this morning and felt like someone ripped my heart out. All I could think about was you crying in our bed and the girls asking why Daddy doesn't live here anymore. I ended things with her last night. I'm done. I'm so sorry. Please give me one more chance. Please let me come home. I stood there frozen for what felt like forever, then I knelt down in front of him and we just held each other and cried until there was nothing left. He told me everything, every ugly detail, how empty it all made him feel, how he realized the grass wasn't greener. It was fake plastic grass that left him lonelier than ever. He said the moment he woke up that morning, he heard my laugh from our wedding day clear as day in his head and knew he was throwing away the best thing that ever happened to him. We called the lawyer together and told her to shred everything. We spent the whole day on the couch talking, really talking. For the first time in years, we prayed together. We cried more. When the girls came home that night, they ran into his arms screaming, "Daddy!" Like nothing had ever happened, and something in the atmosphere of our house shifted permanently. That was 2 years ago. Today our marriage is completely different, better than the first time around. We go to counseling every week. We have a date night every single Friday, no exceptions. We pray together every morning before coffee. We laugh again, like belly laugh until we cry. Our bedroom is healed, our finances are healed, our family is healed. We even renewed our vows last year on the exact date we were supposed to divorce, in our backyard with fairy lights and just the 4 of us plus Jesus. If you're watching this with a broken heart, hiding in your car, or crying in the shower so no one hears, listen to me. I was you. I had the pen ready. I had the black dress picked out. I had the moving boxes half packed. But God, one night of crying out, one whisper to trust him, and 24 hours later my husband was on his knees begging to come home. Your story isn't over. Your husband is coming home. Your family is being restored. Don't sign, don't move out. Don't date anyone else. Get on your face before God and fight for what the enemy is trying to steal. Speak life over that man every single day. Forgive even when it feels impossible. Trust that the same God who turned our divorce morning into the first day of our new marriage is working behind the scenes for you right now. I believe it for you with every fiber of my being. Drop your first name in the comments and I will pray for you by name every day until you post your own restoration video. You're not alone. Your miracle is closer than you think.